Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Metroid Prime 4. Yes, we are back, and I do sort of kind of plan on finishing it. If you were curious, like, hey, why have you done this in a while, you know? Well, I mean, first of all, it's the holidays. So, you know, of course I'm not going to be doing much of this, because I actually have things to do, unlike certain WWE champions gotcha players, you know what I mean? So, I was just watching about that. Just him not doing anything on his fucking holiday, just sitting there streaming and drinking and, you know, the huge. But no, I've been doing other stuff, but I do have some holiday-related-ish kind of crap, I guess you could say. This fight sucks, by the way. I just want to say that right now. You can easily wipe out the dogs with one flame shot, but there's so many of them that this is going to last for a while. I have no idea how to make this any faster. Besides just singular flame shot. But this is... Okay, actually I have nothing really in response to holiday stuff. But, this is just more so like something that I got, I think, back on Black Friday. And it took me a while to actually get to it because I've been doing a lot of other stuff. But I bought Final Fantasy VII Remake 2 around, like, I think Black Friday time-ish. It was on sale, like, half off. And I was like, okay, you know, fudge it, why not? No, actually, no, I didn't. Did I? No, I think, it was that while ago. Like, I've been doing so much other bullshit that I haven't really wanted to spend time to play it, you know, just yet. But, yeah, so I finally whipped it out today. And I did like the first one. When the first one came out, I did actually enjoy it enough. This one's fine. Just, wow, like, you can really, I don't know, like, I haven't gotten that far yet. Like, I'm probably like an hour in. Still basically technically in chapter 1. But you can just tell, just right off the bat already, like, this game is definitely made for a very specific audience in mind. That is undoubtedly true. You guys know I bitch about it all the time. Which is funnier because the fact that I'm actually playing a quote-unquote modern game anyway right now. It's just that the whole, you know, telling you what to do, like when you're in the middle of a fight, like, oh, like just the constant talking to you, talking down to you, basically, that these games do. And that's what this game seems like it's doing as well. Not just this game I'm playing right now, which, yes, this one does do that, but, just for some reason, Final Fantasy VII 2 just seems to be the same regard. And having yellow fucking paint walls to climb on, it's like it just can't get any more obvious, to be fair. But, you know, people have said before, like, oh, well, gaming is dead because of this shit now. Like, well, I mean, yeah, for certain things, yes. But, like, people are just going a little haywire about, like, the Game of the Year, the Game Awards that happened this year and stuff. Because I don't think I talked about that much. I probably did, but people are just escalating the idea that, like, oh, well, gaming is completely fucking dead. And, like, yeah, I mean, sure, you know, to an extent, yeah, some of it is, but not everything. You know, there's still a high chance that we'll probably get some really good stuff. I'm looking forward to Bloodstained 2. You know, I'm just hoping they don't pull the classic, like, let's just explain what you have to do all the time type shit. You know, they don't pull I guess you could say a Prime 4 situation, but we'll see, I guess. I'm not sure if this is timed or not. I don't remember. Not that I don't remember, just I don't know. I don't fucking know. I hate this fight. It's so dog shit. Like, unironically, it's just filled with dogs and there's shit everywhere, and I hate it. Well, some cool things I can talk about. Like, yeah, just to kind of end off the conversation, like, I want to enjoy FF7 2, but if it's going to be really just kind of then that's going to suck. But there's a high chance that, like, you know, maybe it's just the first couple hours that are just kind of like, you know what I mean? Maybe it'll get better, I'm sure. Because I did like the first one enough, so. I don't know. Anything else that's been going on? I have no clue. Besides, again, like I said, holiday stuff, but that's about it, really. Nothing that I want to talk about on YouTube, per se, I guess. By the way, even if you get flame shot and come through here, I think you still need space jump to get up here anyway. Which I don't even know if you probably could sequence break somehow. I don't know. I don't feel like they completely took out the ability to sequence break just yet. I've been playing so much Prime 1, I keep hitting the D-pad just to whip out the visor. I forget that it's on a hotkey now. Which, I mean, you know, honestly, that's not really a bad thing. By the way, please ignore any of the vibrating that's going on. That's just my fucking PC doing that. I've been trying to knock it back into shape and get it back, you know, without doing all that crap, but it's been doing that. Just as soon as I decided to start recording it, just started whipping that out, or just started doing that, like my fan's just going fucking haywire or something, I don't know. Yeah, I need to find the way out of this fucking bitch. This fucking piece of shit. Because I don't remember, because this is nothing. This big nothing burger. I almost kind of don't want to do this, but at the same time I do, because I want to get as much Metroid content on this channel as I possibly can before I decide to inevitably fucking quit this fucking stupid place. Nah, I don't think I'll quit. Just more so like, oh, there it is. There's our door. I'm stupid. I mentioned this before, but I'll probably mention it in something else, maybe. But the idea is that I do kind of want to slow down on Let's Plays. I know I've said that before in the past, and hey, in all fairness, I have slowed down on Let's Plays, but at least I'm telling you guys, I'm not just keeping it a big fat fucking secret. You know, I actually have an audience that does tend to like my stuff, so I kind of want to make sure that everybody's sort of, you know, slightly up to date on what have you. Yeah, if you need any fire shots, then those guys should produce it. Also, these motherfuckers just, they don't die like they used to. They take forever to kill now. It's really annoying. I don't like how they did that. Do I have bombs yet? Yes, I do. Well, yeah, of course I do, because that's the only way to get out of Fury Green, right? Is to have bombs. Something like that. But yeah, I know I mentioned this before, but just something to kind of talk about. I still don't really hate this game. You know, I know I should. You know, I'm a Metroid fan. I should hate this game, but it's not Metroid. It's just, it's a fine enough, okay enough game that I can kind of ignore a lot of the, because people are like, oh yeah, the NPCs really drag it down. Yeah, they do, but I think it's more so realistically only when they're in cutscenes do they ever bother me. So, like out in the desert, like I can just ignore Mackenzie and just pretend like he's not there, and if he tells me where to go next, I'll just pin it on the map and be like, alright, buddy, you know. Guess I'll go there. I don't know what else I can really get into, because I think I've already just talked about everything I've been doing as is. Besides, most likely just, like I said, holiday stuff. So, it was good. It was good. It was, you know, it was nice. It just, you know, as it usually is, worrisome that, you know, these times of year are going to eventually just go away forever, which I hope they don't, but, I don't know. I think the first thing we need is this, right? What the fuck? Okay, these are just data logs. I don't even know why they even have them in here, in this. Oh yeah, I need to touch this. Yeah, this game decides to do the funny thing of like, here's some data logs that you can read. Which is funny because Metroid Prime has always had this thing where you can scan things and then basically read stuff that way. So it's not exactly the most far-fetched thing for them to do. It's just that it's very, I guess, more so on the nose. One of these has what we need. Which, luckily enough, I got the right one. Boop. Just kind of hold it in place a little bit once it gets close. And then there you go. We only need 2 of them, so pretty much this is all you're doing for Ice Belt for like a good portion of it, is just looking for these different key things. Realistically only twice though, because we have this key thing and then we have the other one that we have to do too, but actually I think this room might not have it. yeah, I think we're gonna have to explore. And by the way, these don't have any of that stuff at all, so don't worry. And if you happen to scan something and it doesn't scan like the rest of them do, that's probably a good chance that it probably has what you're looking for. And of course, boxes don't have shit in them. I have no idea why there's nothing in here. Like, the fuck's the point of this room besides just to exist and to be in my way? I don't like this. Why would you do this to me, game? Well, it can only be in the other place, most likely. Which, luckily the minimap does tell me where I've been. When I first did this level, this was really irritating. Because I couldn't exactly figure out what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. I mean, I found out, like, okay, you know, there they are. But, by the way, you need grappling hook to get this one. That's where it's hidden at, so. Basically, meaning we have to go in here and go get access to a new upgrade in order to get what we need. And, yeah, before we do that, which I think you're supposed to drop down there anyway. Okay, yeah. Before you leave, I'll have to show you guys something. First of all, you're going to have to psychic unlock shit. So, that good old thing. And done. Cool. New upgrade time. And now we have access to the grapple beam. Oh, sorry, my bad. I forgot that this game calls it something different. I will admit, though, this thing's a piece of shit in this game. As in, like, I just don't like the way it works. It's really irritating. You have to hold... You have to lock on to something, which is fine. That's not really a bad thing itself. I mean, you know, it's Metroid Prime. Like, you lock on to everything anyway. Right? So it's not like it's a big deal. Annoyingly enough, you have to scan things that you can grapple to. Which I think is stupid. You have to lock on, hit the left stick down, like click it in, and then after that, then you can go ahead and do what's needed. Let's see if I can even do this yet, because I think you probably have to scan it first. Which I think is fucking stupid. But I believe that, you know, I'm just going to kind of spoil a little bit here, but you do use it in the final boss fight. So, not as much as you would think you would, but it's definitely there. Well, you do use it quite a bit. And make sure you knock down both of these, because there's two of them you have to do to get this. But I could use a shot expansion, because why not? And luckily it goes up by 10, because this game gives you like a ton of stuff. Other things I've been playing, well, I had this game on my Steam library for like God knows how long, called The Vagrant. It's a Vanillaware inspired game that, you know, kind of looks like Vanillaware games, which if you're familiar with that, it's Unicorn Overlord. And then 13 Sentinels is one of them. Odin Sphere, Dragon's Crown, that kind of stuff. But it plays more like Odin Sphere, pretty much. And I played it for like a couple hours last night. It was kind of a little bit addicting, not gonna lie, which is weird because like games like that, you know, it's super repetitive too. Like you just do the same thing. It's pretty easy. But I don't know. I was kind of having a good bit of fun with it. Yeah, once you finally unlock or get both keys, the thing will tell you basically what the like passcode is. So, easy stuff. Okay, I thought that was another one of those stinking hand door thingies. I'm going to have to use my hand to open. Did that guy just blow up? He probably did. I don't know. Alright, but now we have yet another key location. I don't think you need to click on these to activate them, because I think the keys just kind of spawn themselves, but there you go. Oh yeah, another game that I've had for... Well, I bought it on sale at the winter sale for like a couple bucks, or whatever price it was. It was pretty cheap. I caved in and bought Elisa, which is Elisa, which is like a Resident Evil style, retro style game. And the weird thing is, like, you kill enemies, you fight these dolls or whatever, and then you get cogs from them, which is a cool concept. But like they take like 6 bullets to kill, and then you can also use those money to like not only save your game, which costs 1 cog out of like the 5 you get, but it also you also buy ammo, which costs like 3 or whatever. So it's kind of annoying. I don't know. the early game was giving me grief, but I think it's one of those concepts where I'm just going to have to potentially learn the game a lot better and figure things out that way. Is there anything we can do in here besides what I just did? Wait, didn't we just come from here? We did. What am I doing? Yeah, because, okay, so the way this one works is actually fairly easy. It took me a little bit to figure out the first time I played it, of course, but essentially you have like 4 different rooms, and they're all going to each have a key. So, did you hear that? That was a weird noise. My Switch 2 Pro Controller just like vibrated, and it made like this weird sort of, I guess you could say, like, you know how like PlayStation 5 has the sort of like HD rumble thing? Well, even though technically speaking, I mean, I think Switch did too, but well, the point being that the HD rumble sounded almost like it made a little noise, which I think sometimes they can. I'm not really sure. Ugh, I don't want to fight all the time. There's nothing in here. We can't do anything with it. Hell, I'm pretty sure there's like a little upgrade we can get too, as in like just an item upgrade, but I still don't think we can get that just yet. And I really don't want to come back to Ice Belt, like, ever. I feel like for Metroid Prime 4, I'll probably just end up... Yeah, I don't think I have to do this. Do I? Yeah, see, because we can't really do anything with that. It's just offline. Well, we could come back pretty early, actually. There might be. No, wait, hold on. So there's that one right there. But I forgot how we're supposed to do this. Turn on the power or something. I might have done this wrong. There we go. Which most likely this will be the one that we probably need. And then whenever that's opening, if you scan it, it'll start scanning the guy, like, before it even happens, so... God, that is getting so fucking annoying, isn't it? Just that little vibration noise. And now it's getting even louder. And there's, like, nothing I can do about it, really, besides just smack my computer a couple times. Stop! Dick! Oh my god, it's gonna keep doing this all fucking day. Which means I'll have to probably go in and fuck with it or something. Get to fucking stop. I wish it would, because it's getting on my nerves. Like, I hope you guys can't hear it at all, but I don't know. Alright, nothing we can do in here. That's just, I think that's just a spider ball thing, isn't it? Oh, it's linked to the loading platform, yeah, but, like, you can't do anything in here, right? Why even have that? Well, I guess you could say, like, well, they have it for environmental storytelling. And what have you, but still. It's Metroid, man. Like, you know, if you can't use about everything, then what's the point of having it? I mean, I understand that, you know, there's an exception to that. Like, you shouldn't be able to take, you know, can't do everything all the time, but still. I think we need to scan this, and I'll open that up. Then we can do our psychic thing. Which reminds me, well, not reminds me, but I can tell we only have like 3 now, which is really irritating. Oh yeah, this was the thing I kind of could talk about. So this guy made a video, and it looked really cool, and I'm like, oh shit, like an old classic point and click dinosaur horror game called Escape Triassic or something. And I was like, oh, that looks so fucking sick, dude. Like, I would totally play that. And it looked so real. Like, it looked legit, too. Like, I'm not making this shit up. It looked legit. And I was like, dude, I would totally fucking kill to play that. That looks like a lot of fun. But the way he did the video, like, it definitely was a pretty damn short game, unfortunately. But it would have been so cool if they, you know... Yeah, well, basically, just to kind of spoil the fun here, it's fake. The whole thing was made up, and I'm so fucking pissed. It was all unfiction, and it made me very angry. Because, you know, you're giving me... You make this really accurate, cool-ass looking game, and it's not only is it not playable, but at the same time... We have to go in here and get our key. Not only is it not playable, it's not even fucking real. And it's like, God, motherfucker, I hate that shit. I hate that shit. It doesn't happen often, but, you know, some people do just do that. They make really quality-looking shit to the point where it looks almost real. And I hate to admit it, but, even to, like, an extent, back then, you know, Ben Drowned looked pretty real back then. Like, it looked like it was actually happening to the guy, you know? Which, that's one thing, because at least then, you know, the game's real. Majora's Mask was real. It's just unfortunately that this fucking game looked so good. Now, granted, there were, I think, some key giveaways. You know, the typical, like, I'm making a horror series, but I fall under the same trope of making it a horror series. Because okay, let me explain. So there's this one moment, I'm going to spoil it because who gives a fuck anymore. There's this one moment in the video where there's like this, they're all animatronic dinosaurs, right? Because it's like a dinosaur museum. Nothing to do with Freddy's, which maybe he made it because of Freddy's, who knows. Regardless, back then we had things that were like that. We had like the Dinosaur Museum game, which was pretty fucking, you know, terrifying, even though it wasn't the point. But there was one moment where you're supposed, like, basically the dinosaur animatronics come to life. Okay, you know, that does sound very realistic for a game that was made back in the 90s. That definitely sounds like something that could have actually happened. And it looked pretty damn real. Like, even the jump scares looked very 90s. But he made one fatal flaw. And that simple fatal flaw was having one of the dinosaurs needs to be unplugged so you can kill it. And it's like, okay, that is way too much of, like, just dark. Not that, like, you know, DOS games couldn't be dark, but just the entire environment of the game wasn't really that dark. It just seemed like, you know, it was a horror game, but the idea was, hang on, brain trying to think, brain trying to brain, god damn it. All right, how do I put this? So, you know, it's just, it's like, I guess you could say, like, you're playing like a DOS game, like a point-and-click dinosaur museum game, and your worst fear is coming to life, right? Like, oh, they're actually alive and they move. You know, there's the obvious horror tropes of, like, oh, well, this thing woke up, this thing escaped, yada, 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 right? That's fine, because the point of the game was to be, well, spooky. And, again, none of it was really intense, I guess. But then there's, like, just that one little part where it's like, okay, maybe I should have been a lot more aware, because that doesn't sound like something a 90s game that looks like that would have been able to do, necessarily. Not that it can't, it just screams that the ideas, you know, it's a little too big for what they were trying to go with, I guess. I can't grapple that because we don't have the psychic grapple, even though we have the fucking psychic lasso. I don't know. It's just like it's an odd juxtaposition, I guess you could say. I know it's kind of a little bit harsher in tone, but like imagine if you're playing, let's say, Orpheo's Curse, which was a scary game. Like, yeah, the headless chick, like that scared the living fuck out of me. But it wasn't really anything bloody or gory or anything like that, right? You know, it was dark in nature, but at the same time, it still wasn't, I don't know. Even then, like, yes, I get it. Like, technically speaking, the dinosaur in question I'm talking about wasn't really a dark scenario. But it's still pretty dark in comparison to everything else that was happening. Like, oh, the dinos are coming to life. That's, like, the scary part, right? And I think it should have been that, because now you're kind of just making it to where, alright. Not that I have any... It's not that I don't have any faith in, like, the older games being able to make things that were spooky or scary. Or, like I said, dark. Just... I don't know. Like, a game's theming, you know, like Darkseid, for example. You know, it had very grotesque-looking things in it. And you could easily tell, like, that was going to be probably a good bit of the game. And it kind of was-ish, sort of, you know? Well, not really, not fully, but the idea is, like, it still had grotesque imagery in it. And then like with something like, I don't know. Well, I guess my argument's kind of invalid because if you think about it, the Goosebumps game, Escape from Horrorland, it had that one, like, just to be honest, just the idea of Horrorland in general was fucking terrifying. The infinite fucking slide that just still gives me kind of the heebie-jeebies, just the idea of that. So like, yeah, you know, Goosebumps was kind of dark a bit too, but I don't goddamn know what I'm trying to say. Either way, I guess what I'm truly trying to say is like it looks like more of a modern take because I'm choking my own spit here. People, for some fucking reason, in like modern times, cannot just make a game that reflects, like accurately, fully reflects a horror game made back then, because they have to do the things that modern games do, and that's what pisses me off. God damn it. That's all I'm trying to say is like there's like these little tiny tropes that modern games do that I feel like those games just like alright, if you go watch like an old, oh my god, my fucking throat sucks. If you go watch like an old ass fucking DOS game or whatever, I'm fucking screaming, I'm raging right now. I'm so mad. Hold on, did I miss something? I think I did. Wait. Okay. I'm gonna say, I hope I didn't, because that pissed me off. Oh my god, I did, didn't I? Whew, motherfuckers. What? What the fuck? Oh, well, that just activates that. I don't even have the thing to do that yet. Anyhow, I can't do that. That's part of all shit. Anyway, you go watch, like, Darkseid, or that one Kyoto... What the fuck's it called? I can't remember. That one educational game, that one Japanese educational game that's actually pretty fucking terrifying. You go watch something like that, like everything fits as it is. It's all unique, it's all weird, but at the same time, like it's easy to kind of understand what they were trying to go for, and like the themes all kind of lined up really well. Even Harvester, you know, that's another case of like it is an old game. It's something that I feel like people nowadays cannot replicate exactly, and that sucks because they try way too fucking hard to... Oh, I have to go back up to the top, don't I? Are you fucking kidding? Well, then why did I come down here with the keys? If I have to go back up to the fucking top, that's fucking stupid. Well, I can't even do that because I'm stuck down here. Yeah, I'm literally stuck down here. So I'm going to have to figure out what the hell I was missing because I can't fucking find it. Anywho, people just suck. End of story. You know, I'm glad that we still get games, you know. What the fuck? Why are you acting like it's on? Stop doing that shit. That's for something else. Let's spoil it. Who gives a shit? That's for fire. I mean electricity. Sorry. We're going to get fire, ice, electricity, that sort of thing. You guys pretty much just kind of can guess by the names of the environments, and not only that, but the fact we got a fucking fire beam. It's not even plasma, either, so it's not like we could have the cool, interesting, unique beams. Oh, no, we can't have that anymore. It has to be butt-fuck basic. But then again, I mean, well, you know, us Metroid Prime fans have gotten so tired of the same game. We've gotten so tired of the same stuff. Unless that activates it. No. Well, then what did I do wrong? I need ice. Fucking piece of shit. You fucking little bastard. I didn't even see that. God damn it. I mean, that's my fault on that end. That is honestly my fault, yes. Oh, yeah, I need it. Stop. Now I can blow it up. Alright, cool. So, anyway. Yeah, like, you watch something like that, and I guess I should talk about, like, modern tropes. And what I mean by modern tropes is they'll sort of kind of lead you, and it's the effect of, like, look how just not spooky this is, and then out of nowhere it's just spooky, you know, like, now all of a sudden It's an evil educational game. Which back then I feel like they didn't really do that. But nowadays it's like it's... Because, you know, we grew up on educational games. And since horror is just such a big thing, we had to turn everything into a fucking horror franchise. It's just like we'll probably end up getting like a fucking Sesame Street horror game at some point. I wouldn't be surprised. And then it would be so fucking obvious that somebody of modern age made that fucking game. And they'll try to pretend like it's a game made from like back then. But you'll notice it. I guess if anything, just don't take my word for it and just go watch a bunch of like modern analog horror crap, and then you'll figure it out that way or something. I don't know. Well, not even analog horror, because that shit's just kind of, well, in my opinion, kind of one and done. I've gotten tired of it long ago. I don't really particularly care for it. I don't find a lot of them very interesting anymore. There were some back then, sure, but I just don't feel like it's something that's that easy to pull off. And pull off well, I should say. I think this is just for... Because we gotta go back up anyway. Yeah, this is just for an energy tank. I'll take it, you know. I know, my god, I know. And I don't think there's any way to... Yeah, there is. To be fair, that I would qualify that as decent enough game design, because at least then, you know, you don't have to go back the way you came from. I'm gonna fucking blast this computer, I swear to god. Because it's probably most likely vibrating my mic, and you guys can probably most likely hear it. That's gonna be like the most annoying thing to listen to. Also, I need to cut the back of my hair again. That's starting to get longer. Ugh, hate it. I hate when the back of my hair gets long. I don't want a fucking mullet, dude. Well, it's not even like long. It's just, you know, it's still above my neck. It's just... I can start feeling it again. It's like, no. It's usually time to cut my hair, but I look like a fucking dumbass if I do. I like having long-ish enough hair. Just saying. Alright, so a lot of this stuff is just a big giant nothing burger. You don't need to do anything in here whatsoever. But the thing in question we probably need to do, actually, is just this. Which should take us back to where we need to go. Not only that, but, gonna have to... I remember when I first played this, I thought this part was kind of cool, and I was like, man, I kind of wish Metroid had more stuff like that, where just... You had more of these sort of... You can see the tiny little intricacies of, like, things that are... I guess you could say becoming... that's a bad word to use for that. I don't know, like... The inner workings of something like this. I don't think we can get back, can we? Oh, yeah, no, this is a cargo thing. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, like, something like... You could see how this place sort of functions and runs, which seems to be kind of the thing that Prime 4 does anyway. It's just like, oh, watch the... power up this entire station. Which this has happened twice, by the way. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. This is the second time we've had to power up an entire station. In pretty much... Practically just one singular go. Because technically speaking... Volt Forge goes right before Ice Belt. But I like looking at this type of stuff. It does give me a very Prime 3 vibe, though. Which would be awesome if we got the collection. But they did remaster Prime 1, so I don't know what they're going to do about that. It would be nice if they remastered 2 and 3, which is very possible. Okay, well, it's possible from somebody, like... I'm not a game dev, so maybe it's not possible. Maybe they lost the code or something, I don't know. Regardless, I mean, it's gotta be... somehow... a thing you can do, right? Even if it's from, like, the ground up or whatever, I mean... Like Crash, I don't know. That must be a pain in the ass, remaking a game from the ground up, though. It just sounds like it'd be a nightmare. Because you would have to just pay attention to every little thing that every game does. And you would have to get the game feel just right. Which, I hate to admit it, I do think that... Like, as much as I love Crash 1 Remake... because I love the Insane Trilogy. I think it's really good. I got to admit that Crash 1, Crash does feel a tiny bit off with his jumping, just a little bit. It's noticeable for somebody that, has played it for years, but it's not something that's really a bad thing either. And people who bitch and complain about it all the time can just shut the fuck up and deal with it. I'm sorry, I get so tired of whiny bastards. Whiny assholes that just need to make sure that everyone knows everything that, they think is wrong, because everything to them is wrong. And there's nothing that can ever just work. You can't ever just have fucking fun with stuff. You gotta be a miserable asshole who just has to make sure that everyone else feels miserable too. And that's no good. I mean, yeah, I bitch and complain all the time, but you guys don't take any of that shit seriously, so. Which I usually tell you not to anyway, for the most part. Unless I'm ranting about something important. If it's just dumb, stupid crap like this, I wouldn't worry about it. Just enjoy the content, I guess. I am the world's jester, after all, I guess. Sorry, I had an itchy head there for a second. It always itches when I'm recording. Why does it do that? I guess I must be embarrassed, or I must be nervous, or something. I don't know. Okay, so how are we going to get out of this little hellhole? Let's see. Oh yeah, if you guys are wondering, if you're familiar with the game design of go collect artifact and then finish game. If you're wondering, is that in this game? Yes, but hold on, before you leave, it's not nearly as bad, it's not really that bad at all. You just go and pick up like 6 different things basically in the desert, and that's all you do. It's really not that bad, it's really not that hard. The game fucking tells where they're at, so, yeah. Alright, how do we get out of here again? Because I don't remember. I probably went the wrong way. Never mind. That just, for some reason, that thing can just open. I'm guessing... was that open before? Yeah, because that's how we get in there. But in order to get in here, though, you're going to have to wait for this guy. To break, this little door. For us to leave. I was thinking about this, I'm like, man, I want to play Doom again. And I thought about Doom Dark Ages, and I thought about how, like, this year just had very not awesome games this year. I feel. Like, I haven't played Expedition, but I heard it was good. Outside of the fucking Game Awards glazing it the entire time. But that's not really a big deal to me. It's just like I've heard from people who've actually played the game and said, yeah, it's pretty decent. So... it just sucks that, things have to happen. People on both sides have to ruin everything for everybody. That sort of deal. As it usually is. Everyone's an asshole in some way, shape, or form. You're not allowed to have fun. Because there's always somebody willing to ruin it. That's how it is, unfortunately. I just want games to be good, man. So then I can have fun playing them. Oh, hey, yeah, go play kickball with that guy. Fuck him. I think if you get hit while grappling, it's going to break you out of it, which is annoying. But I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure it can. This, I think you just... oh, you're going to need something bigger for that, huh? Fuck off. Well, fuck off you, but fuck off this. Really? Impervious to beams and explosives. Oh, it requires physical... well then, why not just have it... oh my god. Piece of shit. What's that do? Anything special? Oh, that's the map. I think. Yes. But yeah, by this point, I think we're probably going to end up actually finishing off Ice Belt, if I'm quick enough. Well, I had the boss to fight, don't I? So maybe not. Depends. Oh, all that for a fucking missile expansion? Are you kidding me? Well, I did go through a grapple area, right? I mean, so I guess it makes sense for this to just be area map plus that. But why get a map here? I thought we get maps at the beginning of these levels. Just in general. What the fuck? Why would all of a sudden now give me a map? Who knows? Get out of here, dude. Go away! Fuck off! I also hate how they explode, dude, just to hit you. Just to make your life miserable. Okay, where's that stinking stupid-ass elevator thing? I guess it's over here, because there's a thing I can climb up. There's a morph ball thing, essentially, is what it's trying to tell me. Okay, you were telling me that there's a morph ball thing there, but now you're not. Oh, I see. It's up there. I have to go completely around to get to that one. Gotcha. Wish I had boost ball by now. Again, if this was Prime 1, we would have. I'm sure. You guys are not making any sort of trouble much. Guess I think we go this way. I don't think we've even been this way. Well, yeah, because I think that's where we came from. Well, there's guys. And he's also talking. Which means that we're probably going the right way. It kind of sucks, too. Like, he's one of the better characters. But unfortunately for him... same thing with Duke. Unfortunately for him... Well, at least in this case, in Tuckaball's case, you have to go find him around the fucking desert just to even get extra items, and he's just random, and it's stupid that they did that to him. Duke was okay as well, but unfortunately he has to deal with Armstrong being next to him. Yeah, if you guys know anything about this game, Armstrong is, well, yeah. Annoying, to put it the very least. That's the best way I can put it. Hey, remember this thing from Zero Mission? I haven't seen those in a while, have we? Yep, break out the top, let it just kind of do its thing, and make sure you're holding the button there. Holding a direction, sorry. Because if you don't, you'll probably end up like what I just did. And by the way, yes, we're going to be coming back. Which means that we're most likely getting Spider Ball. But we don't have... Annoyingly enough, we don't have Psychic Spider Ball, because of course we fucking don't. Because I gotta make it a different upgrade, which to be fair, hey, I don't know. I guess the more the merrier, I guess. Alright, what do you need? Oh yeah, so pretty much just protect them. Kind of. That's an electric thing, can't do that yet. We'll have to come back. Are we going to? Probably not. Because, like, this is not Prime 1 for me, so I'm probably not going to come back. Just being honest. Yeah, get ready for a lengthy-ish fight. But he can, I think, kill him. So. Or at least do damage. You don't have to protect him. Well, yes, you do. I forgot that he has a health bar. Ugh. And if they do die, which they can... then it's game over. Because of course it is. But this game does have an autosave feature, so... you can thank Halo 4 for that. I'm still kind of miffed that this was fucking 343 that worked on this. That still kind of sucks. But then somebody did say, like, at least they have an idea what... how to make a Metroid Prime again, kind of. Well, as in, like, just making a fucking game. So... maybe the next Prime game, which is probably going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next Metroid game in general, which is Prime 5. Like, they're already just kind of setting up, waiting for it, you know? Yeah, but I would like a 2D Metroid, but at this point, can anything really beat Dread? And before Dread haters coming in saying, yeah, of course it can. We have way better things. Like, yeah, I know. We have technically better games, but... let me enjoy my fucking Dread, goddammit! That's the thing, though. I don't think I've ever run into somebody who actually was a Dread hater besides somebody who probably... uh-oh. Somebody who probably, most likely... how do I put this? Get distracted. Someone who's probably just trying to rage bait. Because I don't know. That feels like obvious just rage bait. Because I'm pretty sure Dread sold pretty well. Oh, great. Yet another case of I already fucking know. Sorry. Little distractions, that's all. Oh, man. Oh, you know what? I probably should save it. Come on. Again, back in Prime 1, I could skip that. But not in this one. Okay, so this is going to be a grapple door. Which took me a long time when I first played this to figure that out. Surprisingly enough. And unfortunately, well, you can hold it left or right. As long as you're just holding the stick in the direction, I think it still works. You don't have to hold it down. But I guess, physically speaking, it probably would make sense to hold it down. If you're, I don't know, whatever. Makes sense in my head what I'm trying to say. Alright. If you couldn't tell, this is definitely going to be a boss fight. I don't know what gave it away. This one took me a while to beat, too, so we might be here for a bit. Might not even be able to beat it this video. It took me a while because I just didn't understand what I was doing. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but it's making some crazy-ass sounds on my controller. It almost does sound like the wind. It actually, I'm not going to lie, it kind of does. So it kind of makes me think that, yeah, most likely these things are supposed to be HD. Oh, yeah, we jumped that! And I got frozen. That sucks. But yeah, pretty much attack his face until he eventually gives way and decides to say, you know what, fudge it, I'm going to just spin into, or yeah, do this. Wait for him to kind of slightly stop or do the thing that pretty much gives it away, like I'm about to attack you. And just let him run into a wall and shoot him down. The concept of having like a Metroid infused with different creatures is kind of cool, though, I will admit. So, like I said, I'll give credit where credit's due. Yeah, a lot of this fight, you're probably going to want to end up sort of using Morph Ball to dodge, but only on very specific things. Like this, for example, like this works with Morph Ball. Because I ended up watching somebody fight it just to see what I was doing wrong when I first fought it. I'm like, what the fuck am I missing? Because clearly I'm missing something. Because I really did not understand this fight at all when I first did it. And Morph Ball gives you plenty of a bit more speed, and especially a lot more easy to kind of react to than Space Jump, or I mean, just dodging does. Yeah, keep shooting him in the face like 5-6 times, whatever. Or I mean, well, yeah, just keep shooting him in the face, and once he breaks, it's gonna be a long fight. Would I say it's a good fight now after I've beaten the game? It's fine. Just still not a favorite among them, though. I'm still not really good at dodging just what attacks are coming. I just don't know which ones are about to show up, either. That's my biggest gripe. That's my fault, a skill issue. That's not the game's fault. I can't blame everything on the game. By the way, I do think that the ice does reappear, so I don't think it matters which wall he goes into, which I thought that was a thing you had to worry about, but I don't think so. Alright, about maybe, I guess, 2 more hits and he's down. Potentially. Oh yeah, he always goes back to the middle when he gets hit, so that's something to kind of watch out for, too. Got that dingo-doll ass. Ice thingy. Ice shard thingy. Oh, you motherfucker. And then he'll also do this, which just, as you can tell, freezes the room, so he pretty much just reactivates the ability to essentially run into walls, which is nice. But now is the perfect time to attack him, which those are pretty easy to dodge, and I think you can break the icicles, too. Pretty sure. Like, I covered your face like a little loser. Oop. Oh. I could have made that out alive, or better. And then for this, just keep blasting it with whatever you got on hand. Honestly. Just hold back and keep blowing it up. I think, yeah, Space Jump don't work. I'm going to turn off that rumble. It's starting to bother me. Oh, yep, here we go. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Wrong one! I thought he was doing the thing again, but no. But yeah, if I'm lucky enough, I could actually beat this in one go. I'm hoping I do, because I actually died several times when I first did this. To no one's surprise. You gonna do your thing? Nope. Well, I haven't exactly got him to activate into that yet. I haven't hit him enough times. Oh, he's being a little bastard. That's what he does. But luckily, like any other Metroid game, if you happen to... there we go. If you're low on health or low on missiles or anything of the sort, resources, you can always get more because the game will give it to you. Yeah, I think we'll probably just finish off this boss and then call it a video. Because as you can tell, this is going to take a while. By the way, I don't think it really matters if you use missiles or not, because I think it takes about the same amount of time just to shoot them as it does with missiles. So basically, you're better off just doing regular shots. I think for this, I want to say Fire Shot works better, but I've never really confirmed that, but we'll find out. And it shoots faster too, so that also helps. Yeah, maybe sticking with that might have been the smart thing to do. The other thing that's sort of neat is people I've heard seem to actually like the bosses in this game. So that's at least something that people tend to not rag on too much. I don't mind them. I mean, maybe the final boss, kind of annoys me a lot, but that's because I only beat him once. So maybe now that I know how to do it. Oh yeah, by the way, I think you can maybe hit him from underneath. Well, there's a boss that you can do that with, I think, later. I don't know if it's this one, technically, but... Did he just, explode? I think he did. Yep, here it comes. Alright. Don't play chicken. And there we go. Boss, pretty much over. I mean, I could just Fire Shot his ass, because that does decent damage, and it's pretty quick, too, so... Done. And now we have a new ability. Which is going to be Psychic Boost Ball. Because it's not boosty enough if it's not Psychic. Alright, so you pretty much get the idea. If you played Prime 1, you kind of know how this works. Or Prime 2. Or 3. Is it in Hunters? I don't remember. Well, yeah, I think it is in Hunters because, I wouldn't say this is much of a, I wouldn't say it's much of a spoiler, but I'm pretty sure Silex can use it, right? Because like all the hunters back in Hunters can go into Morph Ball. Like, what am I fucking? Oh wait, like what am I doing wrong? By the way, you have to go a certain direction, I think. Yep. They don't really tell you that. You have to kind of figure that out on your own. So. But the good thing is, at least, like any other Metroid, once you get a power-up, that's pretty much what you're going to be using next to gain access to new stuff. So, this game might not be exactly Metroid, but it still does have a bit of the Metroid formula going for it, regardless of it not being full-on classic Prime. So, it's a little bit more different now, which is funny, too, because, like, I would argue that's a bit more of a first-person shooter-type game, but you don't really... It still does the Prime combat, so it's not really anything crazy. There's a bit... I feel like there's a bit more combat in this game, but it's still very Metroid Prime combat. Which basically means that it's sort of not a huge focus, which is good, because that's what Prime should be. In my opinion, Prime should be all about exploration rather than the combat. You know, like letting the player just kind of do their own when they feel like it. Although, granted, this game tends to lock you off a lot of the time, but they have a lot of these just sort of walled-off fights, so to speak. I think that's it, right? We don't have to do anything else in here whatsoever. I hope. I don't know. I probably should go find a save. There was one down there. I'm sure there's probably... Yeah, oh, yeah, that's right, that's right. I know where I'm going. Okay. Sorry, I just kind of forgot for a second. Yeah, depending how I want to go about this game later on. Wait. I forgot. No, is that... Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. And then go which way... Oh, it actually is telling me which way to go. I'm just dumb. I never noticed that. Okay, well, my bad. At least for this one I didn't see. Or, till now. But luckily enough, this gets us way back over here, which saves a huge amount of time. Because the game is still relatively nice. Which, not gonna lie, this game is still pretty okay. So, I still like it enough. I don't think we can do much in here, can we? Like, I want to say... There's a boost ball thing in here. But I don't think there's anything we can do with it. That I remember. Unless it does actually work. Which is possible. Let me guess. Can I grapple that, or do I shoot it from the other side? Yep, figured as much. Well, the power's back on, so you know what that means. We can at least open it now. Boop. And reactivate this, do this, and get, I think, our next chip, I believe, right? So I'm pretty sure every world comes with a chip. I think Voltforge had a... Yep, there we go. Alright, we'll go back and go grab it. We'll go grab the beam. Because you already know it's going to be a beam. And you already know exactly which one it's going to be. The game just told you. I am still of the belief that I don't like the fact that I have to go back to Miles just to do it. But he is an engineer, and it makes sense for him to do so. So I can understand why they made that change. Do I like it? Not necessarily. But I don't hate it either. This is probably like the most fence-sitter game I've ever done. Like, I don't... There's things I wish that were different, but I still like to play the game, and... I'm sorry, you know, what can I say? This is just one of those cases of like, alright, you know, I kind of like it. A bit. This is pretty much my second full playthrough. Because I haven't finished any other second playthroughs yet, because I keep quitting them. Well, I was doing a hard playthrough. That I'll probably go back to. Most likely once I get this over with, this Let's Play. For the sake of just... getting through it. Alright, so back to Fury Green we go. Which should be, I think, back that way. Because Ice Bolt is on the top left? I think. Yes. So yeah, we just need to go back. Of course, everyone's favorite thing. Which, again, I don't really hate it that much either. But, we're going to go ahead and get some crystals, because why not? We need them. And we might even get an upgrade. Who knows? Which I don't remember if we ever got the first upgrade or not. Actually, we have... This is a fire one, so we can try it. We can give it a shot. But I get the feeling like we're probably going to end up somehow having to come back. Because there was some, like, at the end game of my first playthrough I had to come back to. Yes, I know. I'm already on my way there. Hey, Samus, you got another chip. Come on back to this location that you don't remember existed until now. In all fairness, I think Prime 1 would do that too, so I don't think it's really exactly out of the question. That reminds me, we should probably go back to Fury Green and get that damn thing that yeah, we can do that. That one, like, spider web thing I missed. Should probably do that too. Oh yeah, so these little sort of Breath of the Wild looking ass shrines, they house a lot of green crystals. Well, not like a lot, but they house green crystals from time to time. Usually. And I think once you collect the area map thingy, it'll tell you, like, hey, you missed some in here. Maybe, I believe. Well, there is a There is a thing later. I'm going to spoil it. I think I spoiled it before. But there was a thing. Once you collect enough green crystals, you will have the ability to find other green crystals. So. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can you just lift? Don't lift it all the way. That should be good enough. Because you need just enough to jump up this. It's not too hard, thankfully. And looks like we have another door. What is beyond this door? Looks like our first upgrade. Charge to fire shot. Alright, we'll show it off. Because why not? So essentially what this does is it acts like a super missile. But I'm going to let you guys know, a little spoiler ahead now, there are 2 for each beam, kind of. So instead of just using... Oh yeah, this teleports you out of here. But I think before that, we might want to check behind here, because I think, if I remember correctly, there might have been some stuff. Nope. Well, just to show it off, you charge it a little bit, and you let it go, it fires out 3 shots. There you go. That's all it does. So, there's going to be an upgrade later that pretty much makes it kind of like a flamethrower type thing. Ish. And those are located in the shrines. These are optional upgrades. You don't need them. But if you want them, they're there when you get the chance. And luckily the game does tell you kind of like which upgrade you're probably going to end up getting because of the color of the shrine. Okay, we're not going to be able to get many crystals this time because your green's right there. Well, I'll go out of my way a little bit, but I'm probably not going to go too crazy with it because I don't want to accidentally forget where I went. And the unfortunate part is I won't have enough crystals, I don't think, by now to even get the crystal locator yet. Because I believe we have to get the first upgrade, which is going to be the cross beam speed upgrade, maybe? Or no. No, I think it might be a completely different one. It might be attack upgrade. We'll see. Yeah, there's a few upgrades. There's not that many. Like a couple. 3 or 4, I think. Something like that. Don't remember the direct number, but... Because there's the locator. I'm just spoiling everything, aren't I? Locator, there's like a damage upgrade thing. I think you can charge faster, too. Maybe. Well, I think that does... I think the damage upgrade thing, I think, does charge faster. Is there anything in here I can do? I don't think so. Well, I never really checked. Would I hurt if I did? Well, we probably need something specific. Well, actually, one of these... I'm pretty sure it's Fury Green. I think we have whatever upgrade we needed. Also, I thought we were getting Sparta Ball, but no, I got Boost Ball instead. Son of a bitch. Let me go check. Where does this lead to again? I forgot. The problem is, with getting back to that web, it's like, I don't remember exactly where it's at. Well, it's around the save area, I know that. And this is, well, I think the main area, right? That's where the first McKinsey save was, so why not? Fuck it, why not? We'll grab it real quick, I guess. Because I'm curious, well, no, I thought it was in, because you get green crystals near it. So it's near the green crystal area. What the fuck am I doing? Because the first time you get green crystals, like, it's just... The green crystal altar is pretty much just right next to it, sort of. That's just for something later. God, she looks so cool in that suit. I'm not kidding either. Like, I actually think that suit looks really nice. I'm a big sucker for Metroid suits. Oh, here we go. Not exactly the one, or it's not exactly the one I was looking for, but still, the one I'm looking for right now, yes. It's just a shot expansion, but I'll still take it. Just a little shoddy expansion. Is that anything? That is, except it gave me nothing. There's no hole, no thing to morph ball through or nothing at all. Just okay. Guess we're going back. I think I was watching somebody play this game. this game. When I saw them do that, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know that was over there. So that's how I found that. It was through somebody else. I don't think I found it on my own. I didn't really go out of my way to look for stuff much in my first playthrough. I did as much as I wanted to, and then that was about it. Which really wasn't all that much, I guess. It was enough. I got like maybe, I don't know, 6 E-tanks probably. Pretty much just the average E-tank that I usually get. Like close to half. I didn't bother going back through Vault Forge or Ice Belt or nothing like that to go look for stuff. I kind of just stuck with the desert and left and said, alright, I'm good. Man, in terms of where that spot was I was thinking of, I don't know. We could do that now, technically. Well, one of them. See, there's the altar. Because I thought there was like another way into the altar thing. Like you go back here or something, and then we'll go check. Like I know it's somewhere for a factoid. Actually, we need the chip for that. God damn, what the fuck? It's vibrating my whole... You know, at this point, I don't know if it's my computer. It might just be somebody doing something outside that I don't know. Yeah, let's go. Come on. Here you go. Now we got Ice Shot. Yep. Yes. Oh yeah, it's on top. Alright, so before we get too far, like I said, first things first, altar stuff. Because I want to get as much as I can put in. Because we definitely got quite a bit by now. We should get something out of it. God damn it. Something cool's got to come from this, right? Psychic Beam upgrade. There you go. Now shots... Or Psychic Beam shots now travel faster and are more damaging. There you go. There's our... Yep. Okay, so this was the first one, not the crossbeam one. I got it wrong. Jeez Louise, I got it wrong. Ooh. Man, I'm so bad. Yeah, you charge faster, and not only that, but you also do more damage. So, pretty nifty, if I'd say so myself. The real question was, where the fuck's that damn place I'm looking for? That's not it. That's just lore crap. Well, this is where that boss thing was, too, so I don't think it's over here. Well, it actually might be, like, between the middle of this and... I probably could have went back. By the way, yeah, you can boost ball enemies. I don't do it, but... No, you're going to have to go the other way, I think. Unless you can grapple it. Of course. Very nice. So at least they let you come back here to look for stuff. But at this point, the only thing to really realistically look for would be, of course, no surprise, just the thing I was talking about. Or there's something in here worth getting. It led right to the right spot. Okay, cool. So I want to see what this does. And it's going to be a big, giant nothing burger. What? Oh, okay. Well, that kind of was. Are you serious? Well, still, at least we got it, so I guess I can't be that upset. But, alright, time for ice stuff. Just to show it off. So, there you go. That's what it does. It freezes enemies. What else? What more else do you want to know about it? And cute little bugs just carrying their leaves and stuff. They mean no harm. They're just doing their norm. And this is back to here, right? No, not the wrong spot. I'm thinking of the other room. That's, I think, close to the save room? Right? No? Hold on. Where is that stinking ass room that has the, Oh, it's that one back there. Yeah, it's when you're going back out to the shooting pod. We're gonna go grab that door real quick. I'm sure we're all curious to find out what it is. Again, like I mentioned before, you're gonna need an upgrade for this room. You're gonna need your last beam to get this. And if you can't tell, fire and ice, what else would it be? Electricity. I don't mean to spoil everything, but it's fine. It's Prime 4. I'm not gonna spoil everything. But by now, like I said, you know, it's pretty obvious what we're getting next. You could tell from just the coloration. Like, it's spot on accurate to, like, it's gonna be that. So, I can't hide it anymore. But I will hide certain things. Okay, so this one, all you gotta do is just freeze it. Which that should stay in place for good, I think. Freeze this. There you go. And you're done. You got a shot expansion. Congratulations. All that effort for just one little measly shot expansion upgrade. I wish it was an E-Tank. I wish it was a missile expansion. But no, it's got to be a shot. Technically, you are using the shot to do so. So I guess it makes sense. And yes, we will come back and most likely finish that off too. By the way, I love the psychic upgrade. It looks nice. The psychic shot upgrade. It looks really cool. Alright, next up is going to be the volcano again. Because now we have ice missiles. We can go and cross... Well, we can shoot lava with it. So, yeah. That'll be next time. Anyway, that was good fun. That was good fun. Next time, I'll do the volcano, and we'll probably finish up what we can in there. Might not be able to finish up the entire thing, because we still need stuff to get through it. But, and that boss is going to be a pain in the ass, I just know it. That's it. So, as always, take care, everybody.